Alright, so our last thing to talk about are liquids. And this should be easy, it should be a pretty short video. So liquids have a definite volume but no definite shape. Again, they do have interactions. Particles are going to be very close together. But the difference between that liquid and the solid is that if I had these two water molecules that are attracted to one another, in a solid, that attraction between those two molecules is bigger than their kinetic energy. It's bigger than those molecules' energy themselves. Right? So they're stuck together. The most they can do is vibrate. So there's going to be a definite shape for a solid, but there would be no definite shape for a liquid. If I increase the kinetic energy enough, right? So if I start heating that molecule, if I increase the temperature enough, right? Once that energy is bigger than the attractions holding those molecules together, those molecules don't stay together anymore. Right? That's what allows those particles to move, right? That's what allows them to flow, is what we would talk about with a liquid and a gas, actually. So that fluid property of liquids. Right? Technically, gases are fluids as well because they're allowed to move and take on the shape of their container. So they get to move because their energy is just big enough that you can't really keep them in one place. Right? But those attractions still exist, holding those molecules close together. So they're still held close. So they're going to have a different volume since a change in pressure can't have a significant effect on that volume. There would be no significant change on that volume if you increase the pressure. So that's why we use fluids in hydraulics, right? Because I can push on that fluid and cause, right, because of the different sizes of those pistons, right, I can lift something much heavier than I should be able to lift with those fluids because they don't change. The volume of that liquid doesn't change. It's just the size of the cylinder that you push it into that changes. So hydraulics work because of this. But again, definite volume because the molecules are close together, and they stay close together because they are attracted to one another. But they're allowed to flow once the temperature, once their kinetic energy is big enough to let them move freely from one another. So all those solids we talked about, they could become liquids, but you have to add enough energy that those particles are not stuck together anymore for whatever, because of whatever attraction is taking place. So that's our liquids. That's all we need to know.